Oh yeah. Good evening, good afternoon. Are we already live? Of course, my light isn't working. Of course, my light isn't working. Of course. Anyway, already thanks for joining me. I just need to quickly fix this. Let me try this out. I have no idea. What is this actually? This is Elgato. Why you not work? It usually used to work. Well, let's start by saying a little hello around 10 people already joining. I know last week we had 50 people. There we go. It be light. Last week we had 50 people on this epic React Native versus Ionic battle. I got some cool things planned for today as well. So, hope many of you are joining. Looking forward. Let me know in the chat where you're tuning in from. Indonesia? No, not Indonesia. Tunisia. But I'm pretty sure we're gonna have someone from Indonesia as well, don't we? Where's Chuck? Chuck, are you already there? Where's Blind Ray? Hello, Livar. Hello, John. Hello, Maddie from Cincinnati, Ohio. Nice. Hello from Germany. Welcome to Germany as well. We are international here. Jamaica, nice. That's nice. Oh, Jamaica. I assume you have epic weather right now. Jennifer Siverike, Benny, welcome. And of course to the Philippines, there we go. Romania, UK, everyone's on board. I hope you all have some nice coffee or tea, whatever you prefer. Today is going to be challenging, I can promise, it's going to be challenging. Hey, Leonardo from South Africa, nice to have all of you on board. I don't know if you've been tuning in last week already or not, but last week we had a blast. We really had a great time last week. So let's just go into this and talk about what we did last week. So last week we tried to replicate a React Native application because some month ago I saw this. Where somebody posted the difference between, ooh, this was our native application, now we have a React Native application. And I said, well, we can also do this with Ionic Capacitor. That shouldn't be too hard. And that is our journey. And we're still working on this. We are especially today working on the part where they move to the details page. So that is here. So there's transition into a skeleton view. And then from skeleton view to, I don't know if we can do this. I honestly don't know if we can. I mean, yeah, in general we can, but I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can do it. But we can definitely add a lot of functionality from that details page. So that is today's goal. As well, they had something exactly where they clicked on the status bar to scroll up that page. Maybe we're gonna try that first because you left a comment on this last week. I don't know, someone from Germany I think actually left a comment how that could work. Said something, window at event listener status tab. Let's just go into this. I already brought up the application both on the web and the iOS simulator. So in theory, this is the products page. Is it? Will it be caught on the products page? I have no idea, honestly. Window at event listener. Wait, we should ask ChatGPT about this. Hello from Austria, Patrick. Salute. So many people today already. That's nice. This is gonna be a wild ride again. I will already try and bring up ChatGPT. We definitely need some support from the bots today. Let's directly ask us. How can I handle? Oh, I think I asked this before and it gave me a completely wrong answer, didn't it? Let's see. How can I handle a click on the status bar in my Ionic app? Blah 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 blah. Oh, I should probably have asked ChatGPT GPT-4. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want Cordova. No, stop. I am using Capacitor, not Cordova. Thank you. Okay, there we go again. There is no capacitor status bar. Are you trolling me? Or is there? No, I think we looked this up last week. There's no capacitor status bar plugin. I mean, there is a status bar plugin, but it doesn't have the functionality that status bar. Listen, come on, just go away. Let's see. Thank you. I just want to have lock to console. Couldn't this be the first option? Okay, we do have the event listener. How can we lock this? Let's use inspect. I always like to use the inspect tool. You can also use Safari, or you can also use Xcode. So let's see. There it is. We got it. We got it. We got it. Nice. That means we can do epic things. That means we can do epic things. Look. We're gonna say this is our content, giving it a template reference. Then we're gonna access it as a view child in here. So let's get a bit more space in here for coding. I'm gonna use view child content will be of the type HTML ion content element, and this is certainly set. So if we receive a status bar tab, what we're gonna do is we're gonna say this.content. Scroll to top. Well, probably not 500. That's a bit slow. Maybe 400. Let's see. And I already got live reload open. So I'm scrolling that page and I click. It works. Love it. Love it. So this is how we can handle a click on the status bar. This is instantly becoming a tweet. I know it. I'm gonna make a clip from this or anything else. So if you want to handle the click on the status bar, there you go. All right, that already crosses out number 1 on my list. So then we also, or I also saw a loading indicator above the products. There it is. Ooh, and it's white. Oh. So the loading indicator itself won't be a problem. Having a white background might be a problem, but let's get started. We can start, and do we need the web preview? I don't know, not right now. Yeah, let's take a quick break. I'm way too fast for myself today. What's going on? Quick question, can you use React Native and a backend technology like Django? Yes, of course you can. The backend really usually doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you pick. If you build a React Native application, an Ionic application, Flutter, you can just use any kind of API usually. So the backend technology doesn't matter. You can use Python, you can use Go, you can use Rust, or whatever you prefer. Question for Simon and the community from Leon. SEO of titles and meta without pre-renders. Complicated. I don't know if you sent me an email before or asked something on YouTube. As far as I know, we should use a package called something like this, Angular Meta. So with that package, you can in fact set the meta tags. However, probably not everyone's respecting them yet. So you gotta be careful. I'm gonna scroll in a bit. So you can add the required text in the constructor, and this will produce the code if you inspect it. And I think Google will actually understand this. I don't know if every page is respecting those OG tags and using it like that. By the way, funny story. Did you know that DigitalOcean not only acquired Scotch.io, but also Alligator.io? And they also acquired some others in the past. I just learned this recently. Anyway, so the meta class or the meta API here would be a friend. Again, I don't know if this will work completely. So if it is not, yeah, you would have to go to something like Angular Universal and pre-rendering your stuff. Love how you say meta. Actually, yeah, is it meta? Is it meta? Meta? I don't know. How can you pronounce this differently? Meta. I just recently learned this. Somebody left a comment where he or she pointed out that I say 3 things wrong, which was review, legit, and project. So in project, you have to pronounce pro, not ject, because otherwise it would be project, the verb. And in legit, it's also the second now, legit, not legit. For review, I actually don't know. Review. English is strange. Let's better write some code. I'm better with code than with English. We wanted to have a loading spinner. Project is the Canadian way to say it. And how do the Kiwis say this? I guess they don't even care about projects. So where is my spinner? I'm going to try and add the spinner in here. Ion spinner name. What were the people here using? Yeah, the default stuff. Okay, let's see if I add it in here. Yeah. Oh no, actually it's not the spinner. It's the pull to refresh. Pull. Oh, come on. No code completion for that. Oh, goodness. Ion pull. Ion refresher. It's just iRefresher probably. iRefresher. There we go. Slot fix. Ion refresh. Do refresh. Pull factor 8. Whatever. We can leave this as it is. We can add this to our products page. In US we say project, even though it's written project. Oh, okay, interesting. Project. Okay, so in case of my do refresh, I usually call, some kind of API stuff. And then after a few seconds, let's do toEvent.target.complete. That is correct. Copilot gave us the right code in this case. Now let's see. Okay. It is showing something, but it is certainly not working at all. Let's put this out of the list. In that case, we do see it, but we also see that the background here is white, which is a problem. Well, I mean, it's not a problem. But I would like to have it white, so we could do this with a fixed div. I honestly wonder if this ugly way would be the best or if there's anything else. Let's see. Can we do this on the web? I would have to go into the iOS preview on the web and see. Okay, this is certainly not the iOS preview. Let's see. iPhone X. This is the iOS preview. I mean, here it is actually white. Why it's not white here? Well, they want to leave it like that. I think. No, I can't. I just can't. Absolute background. I just have to fix this. It's like, I don't know. You know this, where you have like something you just need to, because you have seen it, you know that it's wrong. So you just have to do it, even if nobody else can see it. I just have to do it. So absolute top 0, left 0 with 100% height. Just gonna give it 20 view height or something. I'm gonna give it the background color red for now. Then we still don't see it. Great. So let me find that div element. Okay, where is it? Where's my element? Oh, it didn't save the page. That's always great. There was it. Yes, but no. I mean, yes, this is basically how I want to do it. But it also has to be, if it's part of Ion content, it's actually, it's scrollable. Okay, yeah. So if it's part of Ion content, I probably need to have it like at start at -200. It's not getting any better here. Now I don't even see it anymore. Okay, we're gonna give it the height of, I don't know, 600 pixels. Yeah, but it will still be, we would still have the same problem. Can you set the app background? Yeah. I mean, I could set the background here. The problem is that I don't want to do this. This is super ugly fix. I think I'm gonna leave it like it is. I mean, yes, I know it, but it's just too ugly. So if I do it, I mess up all the other views in here. I want to have it an absolute in capacitor config. You can set the app background. Yeah, but we do have a gray background in that view. And so I do want to have that gray background. I just don't want to have it at the top. So I would probably just have to have an area where it's white at the beginning and then later turns gray. But it's also like not the most important thing. Let's move on to the skeleton and the details page. That's definitely a lot more interesting, because on that page I actually made a screenshot for you. What's going on that page? Here we go. We got the back stuff. We got some skeleton views, we got some things going on in the header, and we also got this slider at the bottom, which we can bring up. Can I quickly show you my app? Let's see. Is my app anywhere showing up here? Hello? Hello, application. Where are you? Is it showing somewhere? Can't find it. I got too much space on my... Oh, I'm streaming to the wrong endpoint. This is the one. Here we go. Oh, they have a search up there. That is probably even more interesting. So this is the actual app on my device. They do have a nice little search bar up there. We could probably add that one. That is interesting. If we got time, we're going to add the search bar as well. I'm going to make a note of that. Search. But what we're going to do is, if I go into the card here, at the bottom, we have this little thing we can move. We, of course, have the rest of the page. And at the top, we do have those buttons that are not super interesting. We already have the pop over on our product page here. But if I click on the channel up here, this is also a quite nice animation. So we're definitely going to add that, because that is super easy to do with Ionic as well. So let's do this. I'll make this a bit smaller. We don't need that right now. Also on my products page, for now, I will just, after 2 seconds, complete this. So then, do we actually have a product details page? I think we haven't done. Hey, Samit. Samit? Yes, welcome to the stream. Glad to have you. We still don't have Chuck in the stream. And we don't even have Blind Ray today. I'm almost like crying. But anyway, we're gonna try our best. So in order to, no, not new file, we're in Angular. In Angular, we can use the CLI. Oh, I have upgrade. Oh, is it using? Oh, this is going to be interesting. I want to generate page, pages, details. Okay, it's still, no, it is not. It's actually creating a standalone component. Oh, it did before. We've worked with standalone components all the time. I didn't notice. Oh, well, I forgot about it. Let's say like that. So on our products page, we will now route forward for every item in the swiper slide, probably. We just do it in here. Or where do, I mean, it doesn't really matter. Let's add a router link going to /details. We will make this generic. I don't care about the actual details. But this should work unless we haven't set up our routes correctly. So we got products, and in that case we should have products/details. And that means we're going to change our link to /product/details. Do you have your ebook updated from Eduardo? No, I haven't yet. I guess you refer to which ebook do you the build with Ionic? No, is it built with Ionic, or which ebook do you mean, Eduardo? Where is it? So apparently it looks like I can't add a router link to my slides, or I don't have the oh wait, I probably don't have the router module. Yeah, that happened to me before. Since we have to import all the stuff into our standalone components, make sure you add the router link when you have a router link. No, it works. No, actually, you can use router link just with a. This works fine. I just had to forgot the import for the router module, so that is the problem with our standalone component. Do you have more ebooks? I used to. I do also have Practical Ionic. But I don't really promote it anymore because it's quite old and was using an old version of Firebase. So, but no, Build with Ionic is not yet updated for Ionic 7 because Ionic 7 just came out. But there should be minimal updates because Ionic 7 is really a super easy update. Nonetheless, where are we? We wanted to do the details page. So let's go to the details page. In the header, okay, we need the usual back button, slot start, default href will be products. Can we also have like a default title or text? Can we just have like something like this? This is going to be challenging with the title. We have to talk about that, and we can remove the stuff in here. So yeah, cool, nice. We can set it to whatever we want, but it should actually show products. So there we go, products. Okay, cool. What else do we need? We want to make the toolbar probably in the color light. I think that's what we use in other pages as well, to like almost white. And then we want the back button should anyway still be primary, our nice little green color. There we go. And then we also need, poof. So we're gonna set loading to true in the beginning, and then we will just fake something with a timeout. So set timeout, and after whatever 3 seconds we will set this dot loading to false. However, since we're working on the loading state, I will just outcommand it for now. How do we display this little block up there? That's going to be really challenging. Ion buttons, slot end, so that's going to be easy peasy. Ion button. No, this is not how it works, my friend. Fill clear, and then we're gonna have an ion icon name. I don't know. Yeah, share, something like share. Oh, ion icon name share color primary. Slot icon only. Ion buttons is this. Yeah, okay, that should be fine, but it's share outline. Thank you for supporting Ion buttons on line out. Yeah, it looked almost fantastic with just the 2 buttons. Thank you, love your channel and really love your videos in this series. Please keep on doing these. Thank you so much, you're epic. I don't know what the currency is. I think ZAR is... What is this for a currency? I should actually know this. ZAR currency. This is South African rand. So thank you very much for donating. Hi Simon, thanks for featuring our app in the latest video. Akram, oh Adam, happy to have that app. That app was really awesome. Maybe we should have you on the stream at some point, because I think that app with the overlays and the popovers when you entered commands, I really like that one. So yeah, would love to talk more about that. I also need another button here. That will be ellipsis vertical, something like that. I always get this wrong. Horizontal. Yeah, thank you. And the button should probably be small. Size small. I'm gonna add this to both buttons. Making them... Did this change anything? I feel like it didn't change anything at all. A bit. A tiny bit. A really very tiny bit. What's there? Well... I'm looking for the day Simon steps into Vue. Yeah, I mean, I already stepped into React, so who knows? I might also step into Vue at some point. Now the question is, how do we achieve this this header up there? Because this is definitely not just a title. Can we have a div in the title? That is a question. I don't know, actually. Title wrapper. No idea how I should call this. Because it's actually 2 lines. In the final output, it should say something like active 5 channels. Active 5 channels. How do we go about that? I could make this 2 separate span elements. And then use something like flex. Let's see. Display flex. Flex direction. Haha, gotcha. Nice. This is how we do. Okay, okay. Almost doesn't look too bad. How is the preview on the native device? Yeah, not too bad. So in the real world scenario, they had the first one, this active 5 with actually an Ion label with color primary. And below that, the span element should be like somewhat of a gray color. Do we have like a light gray color already used? Anyone know? Something... What was that? What was this here? Absolute... What did I do with this one? So absolute biglit? What happened here? I don't know. 1 pixel solid. I don't know what's going on here. So the span should be like this and probably have a somewhat smaller font weight. Let's see. That is probably not probably a bit darker. Yeah, we're getting there. Maybe 500. Yeah, I think we can live with that. That is pretty close to that one. They had 5 channels. Yeah, that's super important. Oh, it was just active and 5 channels. Okay. Nonetheless. Oh, they also had an icon after active. I don't like this. Ion icon name, something like chevron down. Okay, not too bad for the first try. And now if we just gave this a nice little background color, then I think everyone's happy. So once again, bringing up my cool little digital color meter and trying to figure out what the color is here. It's being used. Oh no, I don't want to rotate that one. Ah, goodness. I want to lock the color. So Command L will lock this. And then I can use a shortcut Command Shift C to copy the actual color. And I can give it here background my picked color. Okay, almost good, but I just want to have it directly around the stuff. this wrapper doesn't have to expand like the width. Yeah, it's more like fit content, right? I would still have to position it in the center of my maybe like 2 pixels padding or somewhat more, 8 or 6. And how do I align this in the center now? Try to display flex as well for Ion label to center the icon. Okay, good idea. By the way, but I'm gonna copy this first of all. Just gonna put this here. Yeah, that's almost good. You said for Ion label I should also use display flex. Good point. Yeah, but then we also need align item. Is it align item center or is it the other? Yeah, that one's. Is it aligned to the left or the? Yeah, okay, that's fine. So the only thing we need right now is a bit of border radius. Oh man, we're getting so already into the details here. It's crazy. But that's what it takes to build some cool native looking applications, right? How do we position this in the center? That's a great question. Did any one of you ask this? Ooh, what's going on here? When will you do the next app review? I don't know, but I'm doing more videos now I'm trying to do 2 videos per week in April and May and June and maybe completely in the future, plus the live stream. So chances are actually good that the next live stream isn't too far away, the next app review. So if you got anything, leave a comment or send me an email or send me a tweet with your application and if possible also with a technology stick. What's going on as well? I choose React after Angular. That took a while. Yes, it took almost 7 years. Sounds good. Yeah, that sounds. Thanks, Adam. That's definitely a good idea. Ionic and Angular's new standalone components I need. Yeah, I mean it's mostly the Angular stuff. It's not too much about Ionic. Is it possible to make a base app with component services pages to be used for multiple apps without clone it project only develop specific? Yeah, I mean, if you want to really do like white label applications, that's certainly possible. You just have to swap out your theming for them. So just put all the styling in some file and then just use client A CSS or client B CSS if that is enough. I worked in the past on a project where we had like 20 to 30 different clients using almost the same application. So you just had to like inject in one build step the configuration for a client, like the different IDs and the different URL endpoints. But you can always do this just with a shell script. So you inject the configuration and the styling for them. And then you can just reuse the project if you want. And you don't need to have multiple Git repositories or anything else. In React Native, how to develop Firebase? I haven't done so, but I'm working on React Native right now. Yes, I will try and look into this. Flex for Ion label, and yes, Ionic Create gives Angular project with standalone components. Yeah, that's true. So that's also what's confusing a lot of people. Nonetheless, back to our app. How do we center this? Why is it already centered? So our wrapper here. Actually, I think we don't want padding. We want margin. Yeah. I mean, we want some margin, and we want some padding. 4 pixels. Oh no, the text is too but it's not too bad. It's not too bad. I don't like odd numbers. Everything needs to be even. Sorry about that. Yeah, so on iOS this is certainly not yet working. If I say text center on this one, I could probably make the toolbar just centered. Justify contents. Yeah. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna put this on the toolbar title, but I don't know if we're actually allowed to access that. I assume we are not. Toolbar title. Yeah, that's what I thought. Slots are in the way, exactly. Oh, this turns out interesting. Is there any way? I mean, actually, we don't really have to use the Ion title. What if we were just not using it in the first place? And we just say, hello, toolbar content. Okay, we still got the same problem now with toolbar content, right? Title wrapper. What if we... Yeah, why not like this? We just give it margin auto if it sits in the container. Not too bad, huh? Not too bad. I think this is nice. The Ion label font weight could be a bit bigger. Yes. So font weight 500. But now we're pretty close there. That's, to me, this is good. To me, this works. Yeah, I can live with that. If I can live with that, that's already a good sign. Now the question is, what actually happens when we click on it? As far as I know, it just opened up this card view, which is interesting. Because I forgot how to display it actually. I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna display. I'm just trying to make time. We're displaying an inline Ion modal. And the presentation, yes, presenting element needs to be set as well. How does this work with a presenting element? Can I do this by myself? Probably not. So I know it's the modal with a presentation card or something. Yeah, there we go, with the card modal. You just need to know where to look for the answers. So Ion modal presenting element. That is the important part. And we need to inject. Yeah, not like this. Come on. Hey, this is not the Angular way of doing this. Presenting. No, this is not how you do it. This is not how you do it. You're usually using it like private router outlet, Ion router outlet, and then you would set the presenting element to the router outlet native element, just like Copilot wanted to do. And that is of the type HTML Ion router outlet element. So there we go. Oh, come on. HTML Ion router outlet element. Okay. And then we have the presenting element here. We do have a trigger, so we can apply that trigger as well, or I think just the ID to our class here. Open modal. And then we should already see something. Da-da-da-da-da-da. That was always too easy. Does it work on native app as well? Yes, perfectly. Da-da-da-da-da-da. I think our Shopify clone is coming along nicely. What? How does it look like if we go back like this? Yeah, just how it should look like. Nice. This is, come on, this feels like a native application. I don't see a difference. Okay, but what we want to do as well is in this wrapper. Oh no. Oh no. We want to have. I don't want to do this. This is going to look horrible. I want to have the skeleton in here. So if we're loading, I mean, we could just fake it. We could just probably just so let's see. I'm gonna add a second one of these. I'm gonna wrap them with ng template saying header. No, we're just gonna call this loading header. I'm gonna say ng if loading. Only display this if we're not loading. Else we're gonna display the loading header. Now this is the loading header, and here we're gonna put in this code, and we're gonna use the Ion skeleton text in here. Maybe not animated actually. Probably just like a width of, I don't know. Or maybe width. Can we just say width 100%? And no icon. And then we're gonna do the same in the 5 channels span. Okay, not too bad, but also not too good. What if I give it? Okay, yeah. And 100. Yeah, okay. So we go with 80 and 60. And then, I mean, yeah. No, they could be centered. Class Ion text center. I don't know if this will work. Yeah, of course not. Because we will leave it like this. Oh, but in that case, we also don't need the background. Oh, that is crazy. Why are you doing this to me? We can, by the way, change the color. I just noticed that the buttons also have a gray color while we are loading. So we can also make the color of the Ion button. If we're loading, we're going to use medium, and otherwise we're going to use primary. Medium, otherwise primary. Going to use this code here as well. Nice, yes, looks good. We can, by the way, also disable them, of course. So they're disabled when we're loading, just to make sure we're not clicking them. But that won't really change a lot anymore. But we need to... so the title wrapper loading should pretty much use the same, but not have the background. I don't know if is there any better way to do this? Like I can now set the background to whatever, to white. So let's see, details page after 3 seconds. Yeah, then it's we need to use title wrapper and title wrapper loading, right? That works, nice. Let's see. By the way, we could add animated if you want to. That makes the skeleton usually look a bit nicer. So it looks like this. Now the details page, I do set the loading to false. Oh, I didn't. I need to check this again. Let's see. Loading, loading, loading. And then it becomes this. I think we can live with that. I think that's nice. Let's try and add some of these to the page. The slots are in the way. If you use Ion title, you can use this Ion title padding inline style. Okay. Shouldn't it be disabled because you're mapping a variable? Yes, that's true. Sorry about that. Definitely. Thanks for that. Okay, we still haven't finished the actual stuff on that page. I would also love to have this bottom drawer, but I don't know if we get there. But it looks nice already. Love it. So now we need to make it look like the right part here. Which means we need... How are we going to structure this? Just with some div elements, or... I mean, while it's loading, it's just a giant list of things. We could probably have this an Ion item. Ion icon name equals price tag. Oh, how did he know this? Unbelievable. I'm gonna use ng if loading. So if we're loading, we're displaying this, and for the ion label, yes, we're gonna have a animated text, and we're gonna have another animated text and another animated text. So this one will have a width of 100%. Now, how did we use this up here? Style, yeah. Let's see, style width 100%. Okay, not too bad, not too bad. And the rest will actually the second, and they will have it like this. This one's more like 50%. Okay, it looks good. Ion item should have no lines. Lines equals none. And what else? What else? What else? The icon should be more gray. Yes. Color medium probably. Okay, first part. Second part is looking strange, so I'm just gonna do like a swiper fake thing. Div. What is this? Class equals grid or something? I mean, it looks. We could probably actually use an ion grid. Ion grid, and then an ion row. We can have one ion column with a size of 6, or actually 2 with a size of 6. And we can have one ion row. No, we don't have to. We can use it in here. We could make one row full width and add this. But just like 20%. So there we got this little whatever that should be, and we just now gonna set this to loading the whole time. Okay. Ion content gets a bit of padding. Ion padding. Hey Jitandera, welcome to the stream. A bit late, but we're still having a lot of fun. We now need to make these boxes, so I'm gonna make this a bit bigger so you can see it actually above my head. These grid kind of like fake boxes. So what we're gonna do is in the first one we'll just have a giant ion skeleton text, which is probably not animated. We can't add animated to like everything on this page. That will make it look really horrible. Let's just have a few animated. Yeah, something like this. This is going to use 100% of the width and a height of, let's say, 10 view height. No, maybe 20. Okay, so we got that box. And then we need this. We're just gonna make 4 boxes out of that one. So in this other ion column, I will just put 2 rows. No, we can just also just have 1 row, and then the column of the size 6. Okay, don't get confused, Simon. Don't get confused. We'll just do 4. Yeah, that's almost good. Only that it won't work because of the padding. So I don't know. This is not going to be accurate. We would have to do some kind of calculation, and I don't want to do this, but we're going to use it like this for now. So then below that we're going to have more items. Just going to copy that over after the grid. If we are loading, no lines, but we don't have an icon. Instead we have an ion avatar, slot start, exactly. Then we have the label. How does it look like this? Not too bad, okay. But of course we also don't really want an ion image, we want an ion skeleton. We just give it a width of 100%, yes. Love it. Do you make a discount on build with Ionic book? I currently don't know. I haven't made my marketing plans for build with Ionic yet. I could probably do this when I when I update it to Ionic 7, so that would make sense to give out a little discount in that case. But I don't have any plans right now. 50 pixels. The next plans are actually for the Ionic Academy, because we had Ionic Academy birthday and I like to celebrate that usually. Trying something out. Would this work? Just putting it in the starting slot? Yeah, cool. And then we're just gonna use 2 of these with 50 and 60%. Yeah, that comes close to it. It should also have this arrow on the side, so I'm gonna say for the ion item, I'm gonna say detail true. That should show the icon, the arrow. Yes, nice. Okay, we're just gonna do we iterate them and do like 3 of them or so. Also, I just noticed that above the ion grid we had one of these columns, so after all this mess here, after all of this, I'm gonna do it like this, and then we have that, and then we have this going on. Now we need an easy way to create like 3 of these. Div ng for let I of 1, 2, 3. And there we go. Not too bad, I think, for quickly drafting this together. The only thing is missing is a bit of padding. So probably we could add like class, oops, it should be here, class ion padding top. Then we would have separated them a bit. I think that's actually not too bad. Same for our grid thing going on. This is really not too bad. Can we also have the class added to the second element here? Oh yeah, probably in that case ion margin top, not padding. Nice. Okay. By the way, then we could make the first easily bigger with a padding of 10 pixels, right? Yeah. So let's just use 4. And then we have like a little bit of separation here. Okie dokie. I'm quite happy with it. I don't know what you think about it, but I like it. I'm just gonna give a bit of margin here between them, and then we're pretty similar to what we see. Now, how do we create this view at the bottom? Yes, I can make an I might make a discount on build with Ionic, but not right now because I need to think about it. I just can't throw out like discounts for everything that I do, Eduardo. But I will definitely think about this. In case of this, I like the ng if else. In which case was this actually? Damn, I still don't know why I can't have multiple ng if, like, or an ng if and ng4 on something. This should probably be the other way around. So we should only display this and then make an iteration. Doesn't change anything, yeah. Okay, now we need this bottom sheet modal. That is the last thing I would like to add. I mean, we don't have the actual view and the transition between the skeleton and this. I guess we won't be able to do that. One thing I noticed though is that these icons are a lot smaller in our header. So where is my header? Here is the loading header. I mean, is there not a size small on the ion button? I think we discussed this before, right? How can we use size on ion icon, by the way? Ionic, Ionicons. Let's check this out. Use it. What was it? Oh, I can say size small on them as well. Let's give it a try. So I would really love to have these icons a bit smaller. Yeah. I mean, maybe that is now too small. But I think it's still better than what we had before. Now, how do we get this to the bottom? This is like a draw component, but at the same time, it's always visible. This is something I haven't done before. I don't know. Draw component, but visible all the time, like a sheet model. Is there anything better than this? Please help me. I would try to build it like this, but I don't know if there's a better way to do it. I don't think so, actually. I mean, we could probably just have a div element, and once we click on that, it changes. It could work as well. It could work. But I'm not sure. So what I mean is this here at the bottom. More details. I mean, you can drag this up and drag it along. It is almost like an Ionic bottom sheet. Modal will translate Y to make it visible. Probably. I'm gonna start with a... I still feel like we can do it with a sheet model. To create a fixed element that animates up. Yeah, but it also should react on the gesture. So when I drag my finger along, so I would also have to implement like a gesture handler, which I mean is not impossible, but we basically already got this with the sheet model. Let's try this one. Let's give it a try. So we're gonna put that. Come on. There we go. Let's probably also copy the button for testing. So what we want to do is now, yes, this will open. Okay, we'll also open this one. Open bottom model. Let's do it like this. The problem is if we do it like this, it's actually above the stages, the tab bar. Yeah, so all right, that's it for I mean, it's anyway already close to 4 p.m. At the end of the stream, so I would probably think this is definitely worth a third episode of the UI battle. We've done quite a good job so far, I think. Let's see what we got. I'm gonna comment this out, and then we got this. Can we do this a bit bigger? Of course not, because iOS simulator. Thank you. You're awesome, simulator. Can I just devise? Can I just make this device bigger? Anyway, not too bad. Oh no, it finally works. So we got this nice view. We implemented this refresher, which could have some functionality. We already have that one. We should probably add a plugin for the status bar. Although I don't know why the status bar is light mode. It should definitely be dark. Isn't it automatically installed? Like capacitor status bar? Yeah. So let's just do this quickly. In the constructor, we're gonna say status bar dot set style style status bar style dark. I think it's dark. It always confuses me. I think I said this before. Is it light? Yeah, I guess it's light. And what's wrong with that? Deprecated use style. Ooh, use just style. Okay. If we use it, yeah, then it becomes dark. Good. So this is the application we've built so far. We got that stuff. We got this. I also want to have an input, search input field up here. And then we do have the details page, which is loading, loading, loading. And then we can not trigger something up here. Open modal. Probably because they use the same name here. And it confuses this. Hey, where's my modal? ID open modal. Does the tappable still exist, by the way? Trigger modal, presenting element, ng template, yada yada. This is the bottom modal. I honestly don't know why it's not opening. Oh, I should set this to something else. This is too long loading for me. Let's just use 1 second. Or probably even no more loading. We don't really need to see this anyway. I'm just gonna set this loading to false right here. So why can't I click on it? Okay, now I can. Okay. So there we go. Oh, I know. Oh, this could be a problem. Yeah, the element, there's a problem between the element and the connection. So I can't click it now because after the loading, if I go here, I click here. Yeah, on the web I get that problem, but that is not the real issue. The real issue is that this is probably, probably we shouldn't do ngIf up here. What if I don't do ngIf up here? Would this work then? Yeah. So we should do something else like hidden or so. Hidden when loading. And then we're gonna do, we probably don't need this, and then we can use ngIf in here if loading. Would it work now? Let's see. Almost. I think I messed up something. Yes, this works nicely, but entering the page now shows both. This should only be displayed when we are loading, and this part here should be hidden while loading. Why is it showing both? These are like the super small things that can cost you like hours. You already had the solution basically, but then it's just something that's not working correctly. So right now I can use the modal as it is, but if I change this back from hidden to an ngIf, ngIf only display this if we are not loading, then it will work, but the click is not working anymore. Now the question is, why is it not hidden if I say it should be hidden while loading? That is beyond me. You've had trouble with hidden, and okay, that is good to know. So what is going on with hidden? Try only using one div and use ng container with ngIf. Yeah, well, I would give this a try, but I would really like to know why it's not hidden. Display. Is there something I need to import for Angular to use hidden? Like ng4? But no. I don't know about anything like that. Try using one div. Okay, we will try. And then ng container. I'm gonna put everything we got here in there and only display it if we're not loading. Yeah, I think this might work. And we're gonna have else loading template. So then we can reuse this ng template loading template and put in the stuff we had. Okay, let's see. We're loading and oh, we don't really display the page. So let's do this for 1.5 seconds and then we're yeah, okay, cool, nice. That's a good solution. Only problem is now that we got this ugly little border around it, but I'm pretty sure we can fix that. So let's see where this is coming from. Most likely this is coming from from the title wrapper. So we should probably we now have to make a conditional styling for the background color. This is becoming uglier with every second. But I guess this is the way. ng. I haven't used ng style for quite some time. Can we do it with ng style? So if we are loading, gonna set background. No, how does it work? I really haven't used this for quite some time. If we're loading, we're gonna use white, and otherwise we're gonna use this one. But we're gonna have to set it to background. Why does it not turn back to anything? This is so confusing. And also at the same time, I think I can now, I could probably remove it. White background and turn to green. Yes, we got it. We got it. This is the solution. We got it. That also means I don't need, nice refactoring here. I don't need this. I also think I actually don't need the title wrapper in here because we already have the title wrapper around it. Or loading, active. Boom, nice. ng class loading. Yeah, you can use ng class or ng style. It doesn't actually matter too much. So finally, we got this. We got this page, although I would love to have a white background. We have the loading stuff. We have my card overlay that feels really native. We of course got swipe to go back. We got those buttons. And now the only thing that we need to work on would be this bottom thing. So we need the bottom drawer, and we need the transition from what's the thing? The transition from the details page, from the loading to the actual content, like what you see here. This transition. Not too easy. Not too easy, but maybe something we can work on next week. I actually don't know if I'm here next week. I think, oh no, next week, I can't make it next week as far as I know. I'm sorry. I think my wife has an appointment next Thursday. So either we do it at a different time next week. Oh damn, I have an appointment, live stream, and a podcast recording all booked for the same time. Great job, Simon. Great job. Great job. Anyway, it was a pleasure again today. Thank you for your help, Eduardo and Leonardo, Ludadam, Valele, everyone helping me out on some coding issues. This was really fun. I will definitely also soonish upload the code for it and then add a link somewhere. If you enjoyed this, of course, check out the Ionic Academy. We just rolled out a new course on building modern Ionic apps with API integration. And I'm also working on a pretty cool AI course that you definitely gonna love. So check it out, ionicacademy.com. As always, your place to learn Ionic in the fastest possible way. Now also with a community where Chuck said he would be coming today, but Chuck, you weren't in the stream. I don't know where you are. If you watch this later, feel ashamed. So anyway, it was a great stream. I won't be there next week. You're gonna see this. If you're subscribed to the channel and hit the bell icon, you will anyway get notified about the upcoming streams, and you get a push notification when I go live. So maybe we're just gonna do it Wednesday, because I really love our streams currently and I want to continue this series. So yeah, watch out for something next Wednesday. Add a blocker to your calendar next Wednesday, same time, 9 a.m. Eastern time, 3 p.m. GMT +1 or whatever the moon time currently is. So thanks for joining. Appreciate your support. Hope you all have a great week. Hope you also learned something in this. If you got any questions or anything else, just ping me on Twitter. And otherwise, I will catch you in the next stream.